Hi, this is inkingpaperwithcat.com. Welcome to my craft room. Today's project is this spooky little crate that holds quite a bit of trick-or-treat candy. Let's look at the supplies we need to make this project. You need a piece of basic black cardstock that is 8.5 by 5.5, a piece of Whisper white cardstock that is 4 by 5, a 3 by 3 piece of pumpkin pie. You need a scrap of the Spooky Night DSP that has the jack-o'-lanterns on it. We're going to fussy cut these. You also need the wood crate framelits, and we're only using the wood crate framelit out of that. The Spooky Cat stamp set. And we are using the Sweet Home stamp set because it has this little tiny spider web in it. So it always pays to go back and look at some other stamp sets. Alright, let's get started. The first thing we need to do is cut our crate out. For that we need our Big Shot. Whoops. I went my plates on the floor. You need your magnetic plate, cutting pad. Put your paper in, and we want to line this up at the top. Get it as close to the edges as you can so that you can fit everything on. And we'll run that through. Take this one off. And then you're going to line it up again. Actually, let's turn this plate. And run it through. Okay, we're done with the Big Shot. So let's move that out of the way. And let's put our, excuse me, our crate together. Now there are fold lines that are scored into the crate, and you just need to go through and fold on those. I would suggest using your bone folder and giving those a really good crease. Let's do the other one. Alright, to assemble this, we are going to use some liquid glue. And basically it just goes together like that. So we're going to start by putting some Tombow on the bottom. And try to make sure you get the edges so that you have a nice clean finish. Make sure everything is lined up. And then we're going to glue our sides together. And what I do is I put Tombow here and here. And I line up my bottom. Give it a second to start adhering. and then bring your side in. We'll do the same thing on the other side. And that is your crate. So as you can tell, those go up really quickly. Alright, for our cobwebs, we're going to stamp on the scrap we had left after we cut out our crate. So I'm just going to trim this little piece off. And I actually want two. I want one for the front and one for the back. You don't have to do that. It's strictly up to you and what your preference is. I just kind of like to have the back look as fun as the front does. So you're going to take your Versamark ink, your Stampin' Buddy. Now you do want to prepare your paper. This is black and you're embossing with white, so flecks are really going to show up. So make sure you've got a good coverage on that. You don't want any fingerprints. Ink up your stamp. And then we're just going to take our embossing powder. Well, that actually looks pretty good. You don't need to brush anything off. Get your heat gun and I will fast forward this. Alright, that's our embossing done. Now we want to just fussy cut these out. And it is a very simple image to cut. And because you're laying it on a black background, don't worry if it's not perfect. It's not going to show. Alright, those are done. While we're cutting, let's cut out our jack-o'-lanterns. Pick the 3 jack-o'-lanterns that you want for your project and just fussy cut them. In the interest of time, I've gone ahead and done that so that they're all ready. Let's start putting our project together. First we're going to, excuse me, put on our cobwebs, and I'm just adhering those to the corner up here. And I'm just going to use a little bit of Tombow. And kind of just work it around to get it where you want it. And then turn it over and do the other side. Okay, before we put our jack-o'-lanterns on, we want to put on our witches' hats. And I've also cut those out ahead of time so that we're not spending a lot of time trying to do that. And yeah, you might want to put them at a little bit in different angles or whatever works for you. And it's just a little bit of glue. Bottom of the hat. Oops. Just give those a second to dry. And now you need to put them into your box. You could put them on the top like that. You could set them on the inside. What I actually found that I liked the best was I just took a scrap of black and cut it so that it fit inside. I put one thin row of Tombow on the bottom, and I glued that on the inside of my crate. That was because I really wanted them to have a little bit more structure and look like they were sitting right on the top. So a little bit of Tombow and just pop it in your crate. You can line these guys up any way you want. And there you have it. So let's get a greeting onto this. And for that, we are going to use our Whisper White, basic black ink, and the Eat at Your Own Risk stamp. We're going to use 3 sizes of circle punches. We're using the 1 inch, 1 3/8, and the 1 1/4. So with the 1 inch, we are going to punch out our sentiment. With the 1 1/4, we are going to punch out basic black, and I'm back to that scrap left from the die cutting. And then with the 1 3/8, we are going to do pumpkin pie. Use some dimensionals to pop these guys up. And we're just layering them. Now we're going to attach it to our crate. And there you have it. Spooky wooden crate. And we can fit in, these are the new Kit Kat triple chocolate bars, fun size, and 2 of the regular Kit Kats. My granddaughter loves Kit Kats, so I hope you enjoyed the project. I hope you give it a try. All of the products were from Stampin' Up. All of the measurements will be on my blog at inkingpaperwithcat.com. I hope you join me again.